So today I think we're gonna do a little bit of a seed video. I have my seeds out. I'm in my bed where I spend the majority of my time, unfortunately. I really wish that wasn't the case. And I'm just gonna kind of go through what I have and what I'm planning. This one here is my flower box. And in a few days I should be getting my seed orders that were to supplement what we have here. And then I'll go over those with you. We got a little friendly visitor who's going to bite my seed cases. No, thank you, sir. No, thank you, biting. So I'm actually contemplating getting rid of this box of flower seeds. This one is exclusively flower seeds, and my thought process was that I was gonna put ones color coordinated, like all my pink flowers here. That wasn't really the brightest because they don't really go together. And I don't really need that much room for flower seeds. No, baby, those are sharp. My friend gave me a few packets of seeds. I think these are either echinacea or gaillardia. And then some just plain marigold seeds. And I think she might have said these were fennel, but they look a little bit like onion seed heads and onion seeds to me. I don't think I've ever grown fennel, so there's a chance there's that. I can't remember now what she said it was. Maybe you guys will know in the comments. I just thought I might throw it in my wild flower bed, which is pretty much the main place we're growing flowers, and then see what happens, see what comes up. I do have some flower or plant identifying apps. I don't know if they'd identify seeds. I probably could look up what seed heads look like, but these are ones I was gonna go try and throw out now. I have just a couple of these beautiful echinacea left that I never got any other ones to grow, and those are perennials and will bloom until the second year. I've never tried to grow Love in a Mist, but I was looking at the seed heads and dried, and they're really pretty, and I really want to do some dried arrangements. Then these are my pansies. I have a lot of Baker Creek seeds, although I won't be buying from Baker Creek anymore. They have some really problematic political views and kind of just sketchy business practices. They've been generous in donating when I've previously called them to donate to my son's native tribe, but I just think there's too much not great stuff going on with them. They invited Cliven Bundy, a known racist, to speak at an event, and then only stopped it under duress, and said that they still thought he was a great guy. They've posted weird things about the Klan. I'll do a post about it someday. And then they also tried to sell a purple Galaxy tomato that was very clearly a GMO variety, and we're trying to pass it off as some kind of strange heirloom. Like, purple tomatoes exist, but not internally purple. Now we have another seed lover. And they were trying to say that they were just an anomaly that happened to have purple flesh. And then when the company who created the GMO, that's the first GMO actually available to consumers, pressed them and said, hey, I'm pretty sure those are our tomatoes, or a cross of our tomatoes, they retested them and couldn't conclude that they weren't GMO, so they pulled them. So it's just a lot of stuff like that. Their Instagram page has become really weirdly cultish with the guy that's on there. I don't know, man. I got all the bad vibes, and I'd much rather support Black and Indigenous owned businesses. And so that's what I primarily did this year. Hudson Valley Seeds has these beautiful seed packets. This is like a goth garden mix. It has really pretty seeds in it. I started some last year. We got a few of the different varieties, and they were really pretty. I had a little goth garden, but this year I hope to have a really big goth garden. This is also going to go in the goth garden, hopefully, because it's going to be in a shady area. You don't know what kind of coleus you're going to get there, but it'd be really pretty to have. And as are these, my chocolate cherry sunflowers. When I grew these in Monterey, they were almost black. I'll put some pictures in here. So pretty. So I think this is actually, I think I'm going to try and put the pansies also in that shady area, because they're not going to do well in the super hot sun. And I'm realizing here in the high desert where I'm growing, we have a really hot summer and a pretty darn cold winter that we actually get some snow. And I'm not gonna, it's not like Monterey where I'm just gonna be able to grow year round and actually have a solid fall and early spring garden. This is one of my favorite sunflowers I've ever grown. Again, I'll put a picture up. I need to reorder these. I don't have any. I haven't done it yet because I like to order kind of a group of seeds, and I have done 3 other orders that I could barely afford. So I have not purchased these, but I really loved them, and I'll put a picture of when I grew them last year. They are the closest thing to pink, actual true pink sunflowers I've ever seen. You see people post those baby pink sunflowers all the time that are not real. I'm gonna cut out for 1 second and grab something. Hold on 1 second. Okay, so these are some of the seeds I saved last year from the giant sunflower head that I have. I have never seen sunflower seeds this big. These are a few that a friend gave me, that gave me these other ones here. Let me just show you the size difference in this one, and even hers are huge. But these ones are gigantic. And compared to, like, say, these Crimson Queen ones, I've just got some interested babies, don't I? Wow, these ones are actually teeny tiny. But I've never even seen ones for eating that were quite as big as the ones I grew, so it's kind of fun. Hi, boo-boo. So these ones were, I think, Mongolian Giant. I'm not positive. And I think these are also just a large yellow variety that she gave me. I don't think I've ever grown these Crimson Queen. I think I got them for free. I've grown the chocolate cherry that were really beautiful. And then strawberry blonde's actually really gorgeous too. I grew those in Monterey. They did really well. I'll put a picture of them on here as well. These ones are from Pine Tree, which is a company I really like. I haven't grown a ton from Peaceful Valley, but the ones that I have grown I've really enjoyed. One thing I will be growing with my tomatoes is nasturtium. Some really pretty. And then we're gonna grow some marigolds. And I did just get some new marigolds that I'll talk about in my seed unboxing video. They are strawberry blonde and they're really pretty. I've never grown them before. I love these ones with the variegated leaves. And these are really good trap crops. Sometimes they deter certain pests and they just look really pretty and give a good ground cover. They can kind of ramble around. And then these are the ones that we will be putting out into the wildflower garden as soon as the ground is a little bit better. I have grown dahlias from seed. They came out really pretty. Again, I'll put them up here. Not quite as pretty as this package, but you just don't know what you're going to get when you do them. A few snapdragons, which are some of my favorites. Lots of zinnias. I ordered some Queen Lime Red zinnias from Native American Seed Alliance, and that's where I got the majority of my seeds this year. But again, I'll do another full video unboxing those. These were some of my favorite flowers this last year. They are really beautiful dried. There's the Indian Blanket, Giardia. It's a free gift zinnia. This was an unknown seed head that my friend gave me. She was like, it's probably something pretty. Some African daisies. I've always wanted to grow those. Blue disc. I think I bought a pack once and started them and didn't get anything. Here's some more Gomphrena. Just really pretty multi-headed flowers that then dry really pretty. Celosia is a good filler flower that dries really pretty. And these flamingo pink ones are really pretty. Never grown phlox before, but I'm gonna try those. I don't especially love petunias. These were a free pack, but I'm just trying to fill that wildflower area up. Friend also gave me these Livingstone daisy seeds. I grew these successfully in Monterey. I think I had one that came up. Here's some more phlox. Flocks of sheep. That's cute. And those are from Floret, which is a beautiful flower company. It's pretty expensive. I got those for free from a sharing stand, and I dropped off a bunch of Baker Creek seeds that I had extras of. There's a different shade of Gomphrena that my friend gave me. Hello, seed babies. And pincushion flowers, which I've grown those in a different color. These are Summer Sangria. And then borage, which I'm going to be growing with my, I'm going to put that in with the, I'm going to grow that with the cannabis, because I heard that borage and marigolds are really good pest deterrents in your cannabis area. Little girl, can I get in there now? So I'm going to put the flowers away, and then we'll take a quick look at the vegetables I'm going to plant. She's playing with the desiccant back in there. Do not try and eat that, please. No, thank you, sir. No, thank you, ma'am. I love you. Get out of my box, please. Thank you. Thank you. Bye-bye. So I'm going to go over what we're going to plant for this year. Over here we have all my other seeds that are either winter seeds or now that are, you know, aren't as useful to me because I don't really have much of a winter season, or are tomatoes or peppers, and I can't really plant those given the short season that we have and that I have no room to start seeds indoors. So mostly I'm going to be planting things that you direct sow in the garden. So beans, cucumbers, squash, pumpkins, melons, things of that nature. So we'll go through those real quickly, and then next week again I'll show you the ones that I just bought. So these are Cherokee Trail beans. I have a lot of Baker Creek seeds. I do not agree with or appreciate that company, but I'm going to use them up. And actually these are empty, so I actually have more of those coming from Native American Seed Alliance. So I'm going to toss that. I love the pictures with Baker Creek. That was what really drew me. And I love this free seed packet. But in reality, there's a lot better deals on seeds. These have pretty poor germination. And I don't want to support a company that invites racist people to speak at their events, or that lies about trying to sell GMO tomatoes, or that steals seeds from indigenous people who grew them, or seeds from people who didn't want them ever sold and only wanted them shared, that they've gone against that and just taken them and sold them. Anyway, this is actually mixed beans from last year that we planted. These are pole beans. I think primarily they're rattlesnake, and there's probably some of the Blauhild, these purple ones, and probably some Cherokee Trailatiers. That might be one of the reasons I kept the packages. These are some ones my friend gave me. There's a couple runner beans in here. I didn't want to take too many of her seeds, and I just wanted to try things. So runner beans, there's 500-year-old cave, or 1500-year-old cave beans, which are these speckled guys. And then kidney beans, which are these ones. A lot of these that she gave me, I didn't even mark because I thought, oh, I'll see when they come up. And it's not like beans take a ton of room. These were some of my favorite last year, the red and green needle beans. I have some more green ones coming because I want to plant a lot more. I love them in ramen and in stir fry. They have a little bit of a squeak and a bite to them, but if you like that, and when they're eaten the right way, they're really good. I did not get a lot of actual regular green beans last year. They really struggled in the heat. So these are my primarily bush beans. So those were pole. And then that includes lima, and I'm also going to be ordering, I have some edamame coming, so I'm going to try edamame and lima beans for the first time this year. I think this was a free one that I got from someone, so I didn't choose that. These are some of my very favorite beans. I'm going to put a picture of them in here. They are hot pink. They are really delicious, and I did order some more of these from Uprising Seeds. Jade green beans, just a really basic green bean. Those have been good. All the beans that I've tried have been pretty good. These ones are good. They say they're okay for snaps, but I think they're primarily for drying. So I'm going to be planting those. These beans from Africa that are for drying. And there's one other, maybe just those two. in my Three Sisters garden, because we're going to do some Three Sisters this year. These purple teepee. And then these bush beans that I got, I think used from somebody else. I bought a pack of like a whole bunch of beans, and they were already expired, or seeds, and they were already expired. Get the date on that. These are 10-year-old seeds. I'm gonna put them all in the ground, but go kind of plant them kind of heavy to see if any of them come up. But they really go a lot past their expiration date, or their sell by dates. Beans are a little bit tough to store in these photo packets. You kind of have to turn them around on each other to squeeze them in. I might in the future want some kind of other solution for those. Here's some of our lettuces. And I just have a tendency to throw in all the different types of lettuce. But this year here, I did not have a great experience growing lettuce. It's tough. There's just not a lot of areas that are outside of the heat. Endive's a little different. I love the Marvel of Four Seasons lettuce. That's one of my favorites. Boston Bib. Little cute tennis ball heads. This one's supposed to be good in colder temperatures. I might try and plant some of these out now. We planted a whole fall garden, but it was impossible to keep covered, and everything was struggling really badly, even though we were trying to cover it every night, and we just gave up on it. There's still a few things growing out there, and I think as the weather starts to warm up, some of the things might kind of perk up that weren't doing anything. This is a beautiful lettuce variety that I have had success with in Monterey, and I will post a picture of that if I can find it. Spotted trout is really pretty, a romaine type. So you end up finding out that there's lots of different types of lettuce. There's romaine type, there's butter, there's gosh, I can't even think of any of them all of a sudden. They have different textures and different shapes and different kind of growth patterns. This is one of my favorite mixes, and these are pelleted seeds, which is kind of nice because lettuce seeds are tiny. So these, I should probably have you guys on a tripod. These are covered in clay, so they're easy to just grab one or two of and sow them a little more easily than they are basically specks. So they're a little hard to sow thinly. Put these back. I think what we're gonna do this year is grow lettuce in the asparagus bed, because the asparagus will take a while to establish. And in the meantime, we can get some heads of lettuce out of there. This is other leafy greens that aren't lettuce. I love arugula. It's one of my very favorite vegetables. We have some actually growing out there right now, and some spinach that are doing pretty well. Some of the few things. Sabi arugula, just a little spicier, a different variety of arugula. Radicchio. This is a beautiful radicchio that I will never grow. Radicchio has, like, to get those beautiful flowers, it's really pretty. You have to do crazy things to force them and put them in sand in cold places that I don't have room for or the patience for, so I won't be growing that radicchio. I got a little optimistic needlessly last time. So there's some good spinach. This is Malabar spinach. This is not an actual spinach family. I think it'd be really good to have if I was in a position of hunger, because they grow really well, but I don't think they're anything that I'm super stoked on having. I do love watercress. I grew some of that last year in Monterey, or I guess the year before, and I love Oric. It's really beautiful for one, but it's also got this like sour flavor that you wouldn't get from any other vegetable. These are my herbs. So this year I'm gonna do some mint from seed. Always want to grow mint in a separate container. These are packets that a doctor in the ER that I worked with and I both bought seeds one year and then shared our bounty. There's spearmint, mountain mint, lots of different types of basil. I love cilantro. You have to just continually sow that because it will build very quickly. Thyme, I think that's a little difficult to start from seed. Really small seedlings. Parsley is great. So it's a purple opal basil. Holy Tulsi basil, which I really like. Genovese is kind of your classic culinary basil. Here's a flat leaf parsley. Lemon balm. Red basil that I got from Goop's Garden. Who's one of my favorite Instagram gardeners. Mammoth dill. We've got more Genovese basil. Chinese sweet. These grew really prolifically here last year, but it's kind of more of like a tea basil. Marshmallow, which I probably won't grow. Wild lettuce, which is a pain treatment. I got a little like thinking I was gonna make an herbal medicine garden, and it's good to have the seeds for just in case. But here's another type of basil. Most of those are given to me free. Marjoram, which I don't really know what it even tastes like. Look at those chamomile seeds. Now those are tiny. And then summer savory. So I'll start probably the more common of those, but I'm gonna make a nice little herb basket and have it right in the front, so we'll use it more often. Getting to some of my favorite stuff, which is squash. These are the squashes that I will be trellising. So this is the one pumpkin that's gonna go on a trellis because it's really small. They make really cute little pumpkins. Center cut squash from Row 7 Seeds is kind of like a thromboncino, but smaller and supposed to be tastier. I've had them, they were okay. I think that they're so mild in flavor that they're kind of like a zucchini, but more hearty and a slightly more flavorful, but I think I like zucchini better. I ordered some more butternuts because we are almost out of those. This is a smaller butterscotch variety. We have spaghetti squash. And last year I grew spaghetti squash and pumpkins on a vine, and there was yellow from the start spaghetti squash that I knew was spaghetti squash, and then there was dark green from the start turning orange. What could have been just really long pumpkins but looked very much like spaghetti squash shaped. So I'm not sure if I have just strange varieties of spaghetti squash. I think I planted 2 kinds. So because of that, I did take a couple spaghetti from my friend, and there's an acorn and a table queen. Although we bought an acorn from the store the other day, and store-bought anything is not going to be as good, but it was very bland. I think I definitely like butternut, and kaboka is actually my favorite, and I did finally find some kaboka. It's really weird that it's not available at a lot of the seed places that I've ordered from. It's another pine tree. This is another, the thromboncino. Those are really long zucchini-like, and they're pretty and fun to grow. These are Lakota squash, which I think are so beautiful. We did get a tiny one last year, and it was pretty good. Not last year, the one year in Monterey. These are cucumbers. So we have dragon's egg. Those are really good here last year. I have not had very much luck with cucumbers in general. They tend to get diseased really quickly for me. But I didn't plant a lot here last year. And the ones that I did have luck with were the Armenian cucumbers, which are actually melons. So go figure. Some pickling cucumbers. This little potato one I got some of in Monterey. Those are pretty fun. It really does look like a potato. I like lemon cucumbers a lot. I have 2 packets of those for some reason. Here's the Armenian yard long. It's actually a melon genetically. These silver slicers are really great too. They're way less likely to be bitter than some of the other, like these are really bitter. I probably won't ever grow these. And I don't have any idea what these seeds are that I got from my friend, but we'll throw them in the ground and see. I really should have written them down. I was so like having so much fun just talking to her and sharing my seeds with her that I didn't bother with getting many from her, and the ones I did get I didn't mark. Here is my summer squash. I have 3 different kinds of green zucchini. I have the Black Beauty, black coral and a green bush. There's that green bush. I don't know where the black coral is, but we'll find it. I love growing things with my name in them. These were kind of fun shaped, but not the easiest to cook with. So I think I like just the plain, like these scallops better, that are a little more flat shaped. These are hard to cut and like a lot more meaty in the middle and less flavorful. Early prolific straight neck yellow is always good. These Cocazelle are a little more flavorful than a traditional zucchini. My favorite last year was these long white. They were so good. And then Zephyr was really prolific and really fun. These are yellow with green tips, which is pretty cool. Here's that black coral. And then these ones are kind of ones you can do decoratively or eat when they're young. I think we'll probably just grow them decoratively this year because we have a lot of edible other squash. And then these are bush delicata. So it's kind of got a in between a vining and bush growth habit. So I'm going to put them with the non-trellisy and just try and put them in an area where they have a little room to spread out if they need to. Try and grow my squash, my summer squash vertically this year. Really helps control squash bugs, which we started to have at the end of the season, and just helps you keep everything pruned and neat and tidy, and helps you see squash vine borers if they come quickly and try and remedy them. Here are watermelons and other melons. So we got one of these last year. I'm not a big cantaloupe person. Those are really cool looking, but I don't think that they're gonna be my favorite flavor. Then we have some Kajari melons. I had a bitternut melon growing in Monterey that was almost to a good point. I'm not gonna grow these. Those are empty. Here's what a Kajari melon looks like. They're beautiful. We got one last year. It was really good. Like, again, a little bit cantaloupe-y, but better than cantaloupe. These are different varieties of watermelon from my friend. I think there's a sugar baby, a Clemson or Charleston gray, and I can't remember what the other one was, but again, we'll just stick them in the ground and see what happens. Congo watermelon. Little girl, not toys for you. Not for you, missus. This is a Turkish watermelon that has really pretty seeds. I'll show you really fast. I think I bought them for the seeds. Last year we grew a huge watermelon. They all have different crack patterns in them. Oopsie. And they're just really pretty. But I don't think we got any of those last year. Moon and Star watermelons are some of my favorites. So they have this big moon yellow splotch and a bunch of star ones, and they actually have that same pattern on their leaves, which look a little diseased from far away, but they're really actually beautiful. And then these were one of our favorites last year, Silvery Amato. Really delicious and sweet and fun to grow. So excited to grow a lot more watermelon. It's my son's very favorite. We grew one that was totally the size that you get in stores, and I was so excited because in Monterey we didn't have much luck with melons or squash at all, or tomatoes even struggled a lot because of the moisture in the air. And here there's very little moisture in the air, so I did not struggle with blight or powdery mildew. These are our cannabis seeds. Some from friends. This is like a Benton mix and a Samango. I don't know. More Benton. This is just a variety that my friend grew from a town near us. And then blueberry. These are our Girl Scout cookies. We grew those last year. This is a seed we got from our Freak Show plant. So we had 3 seeds and we grew Freak Show. I'll put a picture of that up. It's a really cool plant. And I'm super stoked that we got another seed of it. And I think my son said he found one more the other night. Got some Jack Herrera, and these are autoflower. I'm gonna grow white sage in the same area that I'm growing. So it's my medicinal plant section. And do not go in the nature and harvest this. This is endangered. It's really important for native religious practices. Non-indigenous people don't need to have it, and you should not be buying it from stores or supporting people who are harvesting it illegally. If you're going to buy it, I would suggest buying it from a Native American person if they have that to sell. A lot of times it's, you know, medicine, so they're more likely to want to share it and not sell it. But if somebody's going to profit off it, it should be a Native American person, and you can grow your own. So and then here is a critical 2.0, and we also grew this last year and had pretty good luck with that. So this year we're gonna grow a lot more plants. We're gonna grow, I think it's 5 or 6 per person that you can have, so we'll grow our maximum. It helps if you put the seeds in right. Okay. And we have okra. I'm going to attempt to grow a row of okra. These are Okinawa pink, super pretty. Perkins long pod. It's not Rubiola red lettuce, that's actually burgundy okra. So what I'm going to try and do is grow a row of okra in front of things to give them some shade, and some red amaranth, because I got red amaranth, grew huge last year. Again, I'll put a picture, and we really struggled with shade, so I want to put some things that can take the heat really well and that I don't care about a ton, so that I can protect the crops that I really do care about. These are kind of a miscellaneous bag. I grew, I definitely want to do peanuts, and these are like strawberries that never took off, artichokes, which did take off. We had a really great harvest of them in Monterey, and we have a couple plants here that we'll see if we get harvest here. This is a moringa, which is kind of a perfect, nutritionally perfect plant. So again, I thought it was, there's high protein in the leaves. And it's, I think it's native to Africa. Oh, India. Well, this one's from India. But I got that kind of as a survival plant. These I grew for my cat, and it grew really pretty. I would definitely like to do that again indoors someday. And these are tomatillo seeds. And I ordered some purple tomatillo seeds. We really enjoyed growing those last year. So then I'll do the onions first because I care about them a little less. I'm going to try onions from seed this year. Again, I hadn't done them from seed in a long time. Apparently they want to spill all over my bed. Some of these packets, despite my best efforts, end up getting open. So these are all, we are in an intermediate day time zone. So these should all be intermediate. I think that we could get away with some on either side, but you need a certain amount of hours. Oh, these are long days. See, some of these I either got free or didn't buy, but you might get an onion, but it's not going to get bulb up as much as you like if you're not in the right area for them. There's leeks. And I grew onions from sets. We have set onions growing outside right now. Early. Yeah, I don't know if I actually... Okay, there's intermediate. The ones that I went out of my way to buy, and those are really good in Monterey. Some bunching onions. Green onions, those are always great. White Creole. Short day, see, again, I got those free. Different kind of green onion from Japan, I believe. Garlic chives, which are great. I love chives and garlic chives. There's some regular common chives. And some more green onions. So we're gonna try our luck at the onions from seeds this year, and maybe do some sets too. Let's see how these want to be in my bed. Oh, trying to pick them up through the view finder was really weird. Okay, tripped out my eyeballs. Okay, we'll just do carrots real quickly. Again, there's some coral carrots. coral with a K for some reason. So anything with my name, these were some of my very favorite carrots. So beautiful and really tasty. They did well in Monterey. I'm out of seeds of those. And again, not super wanting to order from Baker Creek, so probably wait till I see them somewhere else. New Caruto, Cosmic Purple were really good. Scarlet Nance, I think, is what I ordered again. They're just plain good orange ones. These are some of the most highly pigmented. When you go to cut them, on your cutting board turns nice and purple. If you make stew with these, your stew turns very strange color, pink brown. Kyoto Red, which is great. This is, we were sowing from a mix because I don't need my carrot seeds all separated. I'm gonna know what they are when they come out. This was some free ones. There's the coral carrots, and that was Littlefinger, just little orange ones. I've gotten several new varieties of corn that I'm really excited about. I planted some corn. We mostly ignored it last year, and I got one little tiny ear of, it's weird that we call things heads and ears. But I got one little tiny ear of glass gem corn that was pretty, and I'll try and put a picture again. And I'm now obsessed with corn and really want to grow it. I'm going to try and grow these in the goth garden, even though they'll just be green in the garden until I pick them. There's some of the glass gem that I grew. It was really pretty. And then this is Painted Mountain. And these are flint type corns that you can, I think, ground to flour. You might be able to pop them. This is definitely popping corn. But I think most of those multicolored ones I want to grow to dry and sell for decorative purposes. I've been selling at the farmer's market, so I think that people would think they were really fun. Here's some squash and pumpkins. These are going to just be pumpkins, sorry. Little gourd mix from M.I. Gardner. $2 seeds, as our Native American Seed Alliance, which is a really great deal. These were $1.99 back in the day from Seed Saver or something exchange. I can't remember. It was when I first was ordering. And those are loofahs, and you actually grow the sponge. Have not grown those yet, but I'm excited to try them. Fairy Tale Pumpkin. This is the one that I got the big pumpkin from, that I'll put a picture with our little cat. A perfect Cinderella looking fairy tale pumpkin. Halloween pumpkins, which are kind of the taller carving type. And then these beautiful Maria de Chiagoa. And I grew one little tiny ones of these in Monterey last year. The seeds of these are huge. I have one seed left, so I'm really hoping I can get, it's a pretty big squash seed. I'm really hoping I can get at least one good one, and then I could save the seeds from that one. We'll save the seeds from this pumpkin that we still have and haven't cut into. I guess I will really quickly go over the winter varieties with you since we're here. And I might try and plant some of these again soon. Might throw some beets and some radishes in. These are red rat's tail radishes. You eat the pods. Which are really good, spicy, mustardy. It's a little fairy hammock that I got. Just different types of radishes. These I got from Roots and Refuge from a seed exchange. I'm like, these are yellow and really delicious. I'm gonna be really sad when I use them all because I love that. I got those from Jess. I was so excited when I saw them. And it was the seed exchange that, I want to say Whispering Willow Farms. Jess's friend, who for some reason I cannot think of her name. I'll try and maybe add it. Wasabi radishes, watermelon radishes, German giant. There's some white baby turnips. These are supposed to be sweet. Purple top turnips. Honestly, I'm not the biggest turnip fan, but they are really cool to look cool looking to grow. Pink Beauty. French Breakfast, kind of more traditional. And there's those red rats too. I think these are white icicle. Yeah, white icicle radishes. So those are like long kind of daikon-y types. There's cabbages. I've had some good luck with cabbage again in Monterey, but I don't know that I'll have much here. Traditional Brunswick green. This is a Chinese, like kind of Napa cabbage type. Red Express. And I grew some of this in Monterey. It was beautiful. I'm not going to try and say that name. And then I put my collard greens in there. Haven't ever grown those either. Hello, little seed girl. There's some beets. These are albino. They're just white beets, but I do also have white sugar beets. Touchtone gold. If you don't love beets, the white ones are a little milder. So mix. Chioggia, and bull's blood. And then I had sugar beets last time. I don't know where maybe I used them all. I don't think I ever got any. We struggled with growing any of that stuff here because stuff, do you see, they're bolted. And we have Chinese pink celery and Utah celery. I did good with the Chinese pink in Monterey. These are Asian greens, I think. Purple bok choy, purple lady. There's a mustard. I really decided I liked mustard too. These are all... What do you meow for, baby? She suddenly started mowing a lot more. This is perla, which is perilla, which is what they use in Japanese restaurants as the like bottom layer, a decorative kind of thing for sushi. And I think that this is also that in a different color. Another free Mibuna, more bok choy, Mizuna. So they're all kind of different Asian greens. They have similar flavors, I would say, which is a flavor I enjoy. Not everybody does. They're a little bit spicy for some people. But like with arugula, I'm like the spicier the better. And then here's tomatoes, which again, I can't really plant. So that was one of the reasons I was excited to share with my friend from Wispy Willow's nursery, because she has a greenhouse and can start all of them. So I wanted to give her all the different types. These are kind of cool striped roman with little gold streaks. So those are a paste type. Dr. Weechee's yellow. Got those from Jess. That's one of her favorites at Roots and Refuge. Cherokee purple. Thornburg's terracotta. Kellogg's breakfast is pretty close to the Dr. Weechee's, so I don't know that I'd grow both. White Wonder. Some of these are free ones. Henderson Pink Ponderosa. Like, I don't have anything to say about those, but German Johnson, Millionaire, and also free. I didn't like pick a lot of the red ones. I was pretty excited about the more exciting ones. I know that Acre Farm, Becky said that pineapple tomatoes were her favorite. I don't think we've ever gotten any, so I really would like to. I might throw a few seeds in and see what happens. Here's a Thai pink little saladette kind of tomato. Costaludo Genovese. These are really pretty. Little like fluted kind of. Black Crim, really delicious rich tomato. I really wanted to grow some of these watermelon beefsteaks too. And these Sartler Release. I want all of them. Wapsapinican Peach. These were my favorite tomato in Monterey. They actually have furry flesh like a peach, which I've never seen in any other tomatoes, and they're really delicious. Green Zebra. There's another Wapsapinican Peach. Yellow Brandywine. Orange Jazz. Paul Robeson is a really delicious flavor. Another pack of pineapple. And these Dark Galaxies, which are really cool looking. Again, didn't get to even try some of these varieties because since we've been here, we tried to start tomatoes, but we don't have any place to start them inside, and our growing season is not long enough for them to get big and healthy before it gets super hot. Here is our cherry tomatoes. So there's Blush Tiger. Mini Bell. These are just a little super, what do you call those? This is tiny ornamental, but there's another word for it. Dancing with Smurfs. These are really good. I really want to try these. They look like olives. I don't know about the flavor, but, and then these orange hat tomatoes. It's a micro tomato, I think is what it's called. It's an extra dwarf bush. Oh no, micro tomatoes are the really small ones. It's the dwarfness of it. Sun gold, which are always great. It's just a mix of tomatoes. Blueberry cherry, these are great. Didn't love the flavor of these, but they are very prolific. Blue cream berries, black strawberry, and super sweet 100. Those are really good too. Last year we had to grow what starts they had at the nursery, so we grew a lemon, like small one, a mango apricot, and a midnight snack, which looks a lot like those Dances with Smurfs. Just winter stuff. So these are our cauliflower. I think the Skywalker I liked for the name, but it's just a white one. This is a really pretty purple cauliflower. I do not like park seeds, honestly. I think there was like 5 seeds, or I guess it says 20, but I don't even think there was 20 in there, and the quality just looks sketchy to me. I don't know. To Jessie, which is really pretty. Looks like Romanesco, which is this, which has those fractals. And I've had luck with those in Monterey. So didn't have much luck. Like tomatoes here, we got more than we could handle for sure, even with the farmer's market. But didn't get any winter veg. Kohlrabi is a really fun vegetable. Like to grow again. Tastes a little bit like a jicama broccoli stem combo, maybe. Scarlet kale. Japanese flowering kale. Planted all of these, but didn't get anything really coming up. This is dinosaur kale, or lacinato. This is a lacinato type. I had luck with this in Monterey. It's beautiful with this blue-purple ribbing and really tasty. Funny type of kale that I got for free. Red Russian's a great, reliable one. And then this scarlet kale is beautiful and delicious. And any of those purples you can get have a lot of anthocyanin, and that's really good for cancer fighting and just good for you all around. Here's some peas. We planted the majority of our peas, which is good because when we were in Monterey, we had pea mosaic disease, which is, they're totally edible. They just get these kind of bumps on them, but they're edible, but they infect all the other ones, so you'll always have that happen. Some of my favorite cauliflower. If I can find one again, I'll put a picture of it from Monterey. Didn't love this Yod Pha Chinese broccoli. It's kind of a broccoli that you cut really frequently, and they kind of call it like asparagus-y broccoli, but I don't like the flavor that much. Brussels sprouts, and I think I just have a few varieties of those. Red Rubine, Groninger, and Long Island Improved. Haven't successfully grown Brussels sprout just yet. What are you scratching there for me, dear? Excuse me, sir. Excuse me. What are you trying to do? Do you want to lay there? You want me to flatten it out for you so you can get in? Is that what you want? Oh, now he's happy. Okay. Cats are so strange. Here's some eggplant. Not a huge eggplant person. I like it grilled. And in a parmesan, eggplant parmesan. This one was really pretty though. This is a free variety that I got that I thought was really cool. And then real black, also free. Oh, I do someday want to grow these. These are pumpkin on a stick, and you'll see these. I don't think they're edible. They're decorative, but you see them at Trader Joe's at Halloween time as a decoration. Here's some peppers. Let's see, these are not hots. Jalapeno is a non-hot jalapeno. Buena Mulata are really pretty purple ones. I had pretty good success with those in Monterey, surprisingly. Corbaci, another fun, good flavored sweet pepper. These are Purple Beauty. Habanada, so that's a habanero without heat. I'm a little bit of a wimp, so those are good for me. Mini Bells and Banana. And last but not least, I think we have our hotter peppers, which probably aren't that hot because it's me. We have fish peppers. These are really pretty variegated on the leaves and the pepper themselves. Jalapenos. These are Peter peppers. They look like penises. They're really funny. I really wanted to grow them. I'm gonna have to try and talk my friend into starting some for us. Shishitos, which are really great blistered pepperoncinis. These are some habaneros. Ahi cachucha. I really wanted to grow those too. Black Hungarian. And then these jigsaws, which are beautiful. A little more decorative than flavorful, but they are edible, spicy. About as spicy as a jalapeno, it says. But they're variegated purple in the leaves, and the peppers are really pretty also. So there's that. So that's our seeds for this year. And then I have seeds coming. I may end up eventually giving these seeds to someone. Hopefully we're trying to get a hoop house or a greenhouse here shortly. So maybe I'll try and hang on to them if they last that long. But it's really depressing to not have a long enough season to just start what I want. But again, my garden flourished here. It didn't do great at all in Monterey. I had, you know, again, success with cabbage. I had like some broccoli and cauliflower success, but I had very little success even with tomatoes, and especially with squash or cucumbers or anything that could get blight or powdery mildew readily. And that sucked. It was really unfun to be so unsuccessful. So I'm excited to have another productive year here. I did the ground, like we didn't have that much money to amend our soils, and the ground that we planted things in looked like it would be completely barren and was prolific. So I'm really excited to see what we can do with a little more money and time to amend our soils. And I hope you'll come around along with us on our garden journey. And hey, Boo Boo, can you say thanks for joining us? Nope. Hey, hi, Boo. Can you say thanks for joining us? No, not so much. Be back soon with the seed opening, seed unboxing, and I'm really looking forward to that. I haven't ordered new seeds for a while, and hadn't really needed too many. As you can see, I have plenty, but financially we weren't in a place to get them. But this year there was a few things we needed, and I'm really excited to get them. So thanks for hanging out with me today. We'll see you next time.
Like and subscribe.